Hey guys, how's it going? It is your boy, Manga Drew, and it's going to be a great day. Why? Because I'm going to be doing my reaction and review to Chainsaw Man Manga Chapter 141. And from what it seems as if it's going to be, we're going to be on a 2-week break from this moment, but that is to be expected at this point, just by the nature of how Fujimoto is currently writing Chainsaw Man at this moment, and the noises that are coming from my window, something that you guys should already be accustomed to. But I'm actually able to do this fairly on time because a little bit of life information. I just recently finished a sort of kind of trade school, and now I'm in the in-between period between school and potentially getting a secondary job. So unfortunately, because of that secondary job, I may not be able to be doing the Chainsaw Man reviews as frequently or on time as I typically have been, because I'm doing it right as soon as it's coming out. So that's going to be very unfortunate. So I do not know if I'll be able to do Chainsaw Man, but maybe I'll be able to do more shorter reviews later on in the day, potentially, instead of my actual reaction / review. So if y'all still want more Chainsaw Man content and want to see me just do straight reviews, like the video and subscribe to my YouTube channel for more content like this. And without the way, let's just dive right into the chapter, because if we remember what happened last off, we got to meet, if I remember correctly, he was the Flamethrower Devil by his name, and chances are high enough I'll have to bring up the Chainsaw Man wiki just to remember their names. But overall, we got to see pretty much Denji being introduced to, let's just call a spade, the cult of the Chainsaw Man, Church of the Chainsaw Man. It's a cult, and how he pretty much came to a realization that he was the most rational person in the church at the time, so he left. So most likely we're going to be following Denji out of the church, or potentially get revealed to other characters that we saw from part 1. That would be very interesting. I highly doubt it at this moment, but that's always a possibility. So let's just dive right into the chapter and really see what's going to be going on with Denji this week. And from what we see, we see Denji, Chainsaw Man, Chapter 141, Normal Life Plus, as we see Denji as well as Nayuta, I believe is her name. Yeah, Nayuta. I finally remembered her name. We see them just going shopping. We see them looking for produce. A lot of the produce has like Chainsaw Man like theming on it. We see that one of the curry buns has literally the face of Chainsaw Man on it, as it's half off. Oh, Normal Life Plus, just in case I missed it. And as this is all happening, we have Denji just hanging out with Nayuta, just getting their groceries. They're walking past the not photos, posters of Asa, as they are confronted by a devil in the middle of the street. And Denji at this moment could fight it off, but I think we know what's about to happen. He's living his normal life. He's living his quote-unquote best life right now, and he's probably just gonna... Oh, he was about to like pull on his chain, but he realized, no, I need to live like a normal life. As we see that maybe Asa coming in to like slay this little, I think it's like a frog, so maybe the frog devil, or maybe like a reptile devil, maybe. As we see Denji like seeing, oh yeah. It may not be Asa, but it may just be devil hunters just coming in from his school, just slicing into this thing and like praising them, as we see them like eventually leaving the people who were there, like congratulating them, happy that they're there, and Denji's just in this state of just, oh no, as we see that he did buy the Chainsaw Man curry buns as he's returning back home, and he's feeding them to all of the dogs. He's even giving the dogs a bath. They're watching TV, just living normal life. Plus, him and Nayuta are just brushing their teeth together like their family, which makes sense. I think what is very interesting is the fact that Denji is actually giving the dogs baths, because of the idea, most likely into his mind, that, oh yeah, no, dogs shouldn't smell. So he's probably starting bathing. Oh, he's bathing with them. That's probably why he smells like dog. But they're happy, so that's all that matters. They're all happy. They're enjoying their lives. And, okay, I think I know what the rest of this chapter is pretty much going to be. It's pretty much going to be Denji living his life, hanging out with the dogs, hanging out with Nayuta, and in the middle of the night, oh, hey, look, there's the cat as well. Denji is just really just thinking about what's going on, what he's actually doing with his life, as he begins to get up watches Nayuta sleep. You just don't see his eyes for a little while as he looks over to the Chainsaw Man poster. And Nayuta begins to wake up. It's like, nah, can't sleep. And then she's like, hey, what's going to happen to me from now on, from here on out? After I graduate and get a job, will I be happier than I am now? And you just have Nayuta's like, are you unhappy, Denji? Denji's like, I don't know. And then you just have Nayuta just reaching her hands out. You're hopeless, little Denji. I'll stay with you for the rest of your life. Then you'll be happy too, right? 'Cause I'm just that cute. Aww. And you see that Nayuta just goes back to sleep. And Denji's just looking at her, cuddles up to her. Aww. Maybe he can accept the life. Okay. And so from there, we cut over back to some of the main members, most likely of the Church of the Chainsaw Man, as we get, I do not remember his name, which is why I have the wiki pulled up right here, and I still will not remember his name. Let's see. I know for a fact most likely he is the Flamethrower Devil, if I remember correctly, to which I don't. So, let's see. I know I probably shouldn't. This is what you get when I live react to stuff, because I still do not know these characters' names, because of course I wouldn't. Like, okay. All right. Let's see. Here it is. I know you got Sugo. Bottom I think is what his name is. Bottom. And I think he's also with a character that we just don't know, but from appearances, it's the unnamed Whip Devil, as well as the unnamed Spear Devil. So we don't know their names. Maybe we'll learn their names this chapter. I highly doubt it, but you got Bottom and Sugo, and Bottom's like, tomorrow is Chainsaw Man Church's day of worship. The followers won't hunt any devils that appear, but the civilians and public safety devil hunters will come crawling out like cockroaches if we keep killing them. Chainsaw Man's sense of justice will brim over, and he'll arrive to defeat the devils. I hope he comes. Oh! As you get Sugo just eating, it's like, hey, why go this far to draw Chainsaw Man out? Tell me too. As we have the unnamed Whip Devil is like, tomorrow we are weapons. Discard all other thoughts. I'm a human. Let me think for myself. As we have Bottoms like, he's right. We're humans. We're also weapons. And devils, too. Do you know what these three things have in common? Oh, no. They're all hard to spell. I mean, no. Wrong. Humans, weapons, and devils were all born to kill. And that's why God will forgive us no matter how many people we kill tomorrow. Whoa. Oh. Oh, wow. Oh. Oh. That's okay. All right. Okay. This was a lot more interesting than I thought it was going to be. Okay. I guess it's review time now. For the most part, this chapter didn't really have as much substance as you may want in a type of reviewing and when it comes to reactions, because pretty much what this chapter was is a lot of just, admittedly, very well-drawn panels of just getting to see Denji go through his normal life. Him still having, like, doubts in his mind about being Chainsaw Man with all of the Chainsaw Man paraphernalia around him, as well as the devils in front of him. But then you just have the devil hunters, as well as the school people just coming in, killing the devils. So his job really isn't necessary to a certain extent, but we get to see pretty much that what is happening is that we get to see Denji going through his daily life. We get to see him going shopping with Nayuta. We see them eating together with Nayuta, bathing, brushing their teeth, not necessarily with Nayuta, except for the brushing their teeth part, sleeping together. But even then, Denji doesn't seem satisfied, and that he's still questioning whether or not he wants this life until Nayuta comes in and is like, yeah, it's fine. I'll stay with you because, you know, you can't resist me because I'm so cute. So, you know what, just really emphasizing that the relationship that they have, which is very much that of like potentially parent and child, brother and sister, just people who actively care for each other. And that just makes sense for the character that Denji is now and the character that Nayuta is at this moment, even though she is the control fiend, devil, hybrid, whatever you want to say. But at this moment, what we get is just seeing Denji in his like element, just getting to see him at his happiness or his happiest before it most likely gets taken away, which we get elaborated on with the next part of this chapter, which is the final part of the chapter, which is that we got Brahim as well as Sugo as well as the unnamed Whip Devil and the unnamed Spiller Devil pretty much getting together and pretty much saying that, yeah, on tomorrow they're going to be going on a killing spree, and it's going to do so by killing not only the actual devils, but also the devil hunters of the Public Safety Commission, along with most likely civilians. So they're going to go out and do this so that Denji would react, which is most likely why we're going to be on a 2-week break, because the next chapter is going to go immediately into the action. And what's very interesting about this is that we do have Sugo, who is coming to realize that, yo, I may have joined this so that I could be free and that I have my own feelings and thoughts, but that at this moment he's still being convinced by most likely Brahm, who may be higher or at equal level with him, telling him, like, yo, we're humans, we're devils, we're weapons, we're meant to kill, so we'll be forgiven by God no matter what. Which, once again, less religion, more cult. Just definitely more of a cult than religion, but depending on who you are, there may not be a difference, but that's besides the point. We get to see these characters potentially planning, or just straight up planning, to just kill a whole bunch of people to basically get Denji to actually act as Chainsaw Man. So this is going to be very interesting, and we get to see a little bit of character from the unnamed Whip Devil, and that they are most likely dumb, which, I'm going to be honest, that's a lot of characters in this series. They're just either dumb or ignorant or very much lack knowledge. But overall, this isn't the most interesting chapter because it's a setup chapter. We are setting up for the next part of the story, which is going to be Denji fighting against these individuals as Chainsaw Man. So this is going to be interesting because we know for a fact that Denji fought them when he was in like the monstrous Chainsaw Man Pochita form, but now we're going to see how he's going to fight against them when A, they aren't being controlled by Makima, so they don't have like that coordination that they had at that time, and B, they're going to be fighting against Chainsaw Man and Denji, someone who is even more experienced now than he was back then, but he most likely won't have that pure raw strength. And it's going to be significantly less people. He's not going to be going up against like 6 or 7 people at once, especially the Bomb Devil and the Katana Devil, but most likely than not, I think it's going to be building up to Denji fighting against them and potentially Sugo switching sides for it being a 4-on-1 to a 2-on-3, which will give them a higher chance of winning, and we may see the death of these characters. Now, we still do not know where Reze is, and the fact that she is not in this small little group may imply that she may not actually be a part of the organization, but we could see her eventually in the next few chapters, or maybe later on down the story when there may be a conflict between Asa and Denji. Maybe they're together and then Reze comes back into his life and then he got emotional conflict there. What if through this Reze also falls in love with Asa? You know what? I would love for that to be an actual love triangle where all of the characters are in love with one another. That would be fun, and that seems to be something that Fujimoto would pull, but we just don't know. But these are just my thoughts and my review of the chapter. Like I said, very simple chapter, pretty much a setup chapter for the next few chapters to come, which is going to be most likely a bloodbath between Denji and these members of the Church of the Chainsaw Man. But let me ask you, what did you think of the chapter? Did you like it? Did you dislike it? And do you think that Sugo is going to switch sides because of what is established in this chapter? Leave your thoughts below, and don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel if you want to see more content like this. Do all that cool jazz, and hopefully I'll be able to catch you in my next video. Goodbye! Oh no.